Hi everyone, it's Missy, and today I'm going to be canning strawberry lemonade concentrate. Now this is a Ball canning recipe, and I'm using the version that's found in the Ball Complete Book of Home Preserving, which is 400 delicious and creative recipes for today. This book was published in about 2006, I believe. To get started, you are going to need 6 cups of hulled strawberries, and you can use a food processor or a blender and puree them until smooth. You will also need to have 4 cups of lemon juice and 6 cups of granulated white sugar. And then of course you will also need to have your pint jars. I'm using regular mouth pint jars. They're in my water bath canner and they are preheating. And then I also have my lids on the stove, and I'm just going to turn the burner on for them to preheat. You're going to want a large stainless steel pot to mix the concentrate in before you can, and of course your canning utensils. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be using a blender to puree my strawberries. Food processor does work well too. You don't want to put all your strawberries in there at one time to get a smooth puree. You kind of want to work in batches. There, that's enough. So I'm just going to put my cover on. Once your puree is nice and smooth, I just transferred the batch over to my stainless steel saucepan. And I'm just going to scrape out the rest of the puree here quick. So we're going to turn the heat on to medium-high. And then to this mixture we're going to add all of the lemon juice. I'm also adding in all of the sugar. And then I'm just going to stir until combined, and then heat the mixture until it reaches a temperature of 190 degrees Fahrenheit. When the mixture has reached 190 degrees, you want to skim off this foam. And all I do is I take my spoon and just lightly scrape the top, just like it says, skimming, and then I just transfer it to another bowl. And once you have this done, you are ready to start canning. Now that my jars are preheated, I took one out of my canner and I'm using a funnel so that way I can ladle the strawberry lemonade concentrate into the jar. You want to make sure that you have a hot product going into a hot jar in a hot canner. So make sure that you're only filling up one jar at a time. You want to fill your jar so that way there's a 1/4 inch headspace. You also want to make sure, you can see a little bit of bubbles in mine. I didn't quite get all the foam scraped out that I should have. Make sure that you're getting the foam out of the product before you start ladling it into the jar. I had to redo a couple because there was too much foam. But what I'm doing is just trying to get it as close to the top as possible, and then I have a measuring tool that I use that measures the headspace. And these are just Ball product utensils that you can buy at Walmart, Amazon, and a lot of big box stores. You just want to top off your jar so it matches the 1/4 inch headspace requirement for proper canning. Then I'm using a wooden skewer to make sure that all the air bubbles can rise up to the top. There's nothing trapped in there. Again, making sure that the headspace is a 1/4 inch and adjust as necessary. I take a wet rag and I just go and wipe the rim of the jar. This is to make sure that you have a clean seal when you're canning. So just make sure that you take your time and make sure that that jar rim is perfectly clean. Then I'm taking a hot lid out of the sauce pot that I have in the back, and I'm centering it over the top of the jar. I'm just pressing down with my fingers to hold it there. You have a rim that you'll be screwing on fingertip tight. So all I do is I just screw it on, and then when I feel the resistance, I just give it one turn. You don't want to over tighten lids. And then I'm just putting it back into the canner to keep it warm, and I'm going to grab another jar and start the process all over again until all my jars are filled. I'm using the Ball Fresh Tech electric water bath canner, so I just turned it to canning, and now I'm watching for it to boil. And when it starts boiling, you'll process for 15 minutes, turn the heat off, and then wait 5 minutes before you take the jars out. And then you'll have your batch of strawberry lemonade concentrate. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!